Hey guys.
Hi, Caroline. Hi, Clayton.
Hey, Glomies.
Oh, guys, yet another week and yet another amazing response to Clay's horrifying pet stories.
Well, more than that, you guys, I have had so many people DM me saying that Polly is their movie. There are some
Mm.
true blue parrot heads out there, and I'm not alone. So that makes me feel great and not crazy.
Yeah.
Clayton, you know what's insane is you guys, big news for me. I did my first stand-up show on the road. I went to Phoenix. Masks are only recommended, not required in most establishments, but
Oh
it was
boy.
actually amazing. But Clayton, on stage, I told a story where I referenced you and I said, like, oh, my hairstylist Clayton. And people were like shouting out, like, we love Clayton.
Do you notice me
Just
trying to not smile? I have that Tinkerbell disease, not the dwarfism fairy thing, but like where if someone does say nice things about me, my face just changes. So I'm gonna try not to smile. But that's great to hear.
it
So many
was so
people are
cool.
feeling the podcast these days. We're getting a lot of comments, and thank you, Glomies, who leave comments and leave ratings. But people are loving this new era, are loving Clay. I've read comments to the tune of, "This is revitalizing glowing up." This being you, Clay.
Wow. I mean, I'll take it. But speaking of comments, let's get a little bit of business out of the way first because we have a winner for Clay's big old gay basket of hair products sweepstakes brought to you by Nabisco, specifically Lady Gaga Oreos. No, they're not in the basket. The winner is, I'd love a drum roll. Okay, that's like the womanizer clit sucking sound.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
I tried, it didn't work on me. I don't think I have the right parts. Okay, the winner is coming straight out of Salt Lake City, Utah.
Esther Pavitsky.
With her friend
Esther.
Caroline Gold Farm.
Esther, you have enough. Esther has a whole station at my house where I go to her house now and I go, where's the station of just things I've left there for doing glam? Okay, the winner is, you guys, Julia Vinha. I hope I'm saying that right.
Congratulations,
Yay,
Julia.
Julia, you are going to
Congratulations.
get this basket.
Come on down.
You guys, and Julia actually is going to enter the Zoom spiritually, not actually physically.
Okay.
But Julia, you're going to get that basket whenever I get a second to drop it off at the UPS store.
Woo!
This week.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
So that's a basket full of amazing goodies.
Including R&Co, Orbe, Chunks, Color Wow, and more at a $300 to $400 value. I'm going to go ahead and say $500.
Wow, the MSRP on that is out of this world.
This MSRP?
Manufacturer's suggested retail price.
Yeah, I didn't copy it after she said it. I knew it too. I was just speaking slow.
Okay, sorry I'm not a businesswoman like you guys. I wish I was, but I'm not.
Yeah, just not quite. You don't have what it takes like I do.
Yeah.
You want to be on
quickly
top?
Say what Caroline says. But I do want to also quickly shout out that if you guys are in Los Angeles, I'm gonna be on a really fun lineup. I'm doing stand-up Thursday night at the Comedy Chateau. So people in LA should come out.
What's the Comedy Chateau?
It's like an outdoor, it's a new outdoor comedy venue. And there's some really funny, Lisa Traeger, who's been on the show before, is on the lineup. So I've gotten bit by the stand-up bug. I did it in Phoenix. I'm ready to go. So I'm just doing a short set Thursday in LA.
Is that what those welts are on your face?
Oh no, it's spider bite season.
Oh, okay, got it. So you've been bit by multiple bugs in the past.
Spider bugs and the stand-up comedy bug. Yes.
Esther, how does it feel to be back? Are you testing out any material about me, or is it just all about Clay?
You know what, Caroline, look, let's hang out. Let's let the magic happen.
You almost just said, let's write me some stand-up bits.
Let's write it. Let's let it get written by our crazy antics. I was so nervous. Like, keep in mind, this was like the one thing that it just simply could not be done during COVID. So I was like shaking with nerves and fear, but I wrote out my set because, you know, I had been doing the shameful Zoom comedy shows over the, like on and off over the last year. So I actually did have material from those, and it ended up being really, really fun and really like rewarding. And my 92-year-old aunt came to the show, which was shocking, my grandma's sister. So it was just a family affair as well. It was fun.
The thing
Your
about
92-year-old
yeah.
aunt came to a suggested masked indoor event.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love, you know what I love is that when you think about grandmas, you don't often hear about a grandma having a sister. And I love to hear of like sibling grandma energy. That's so cool.
Grandmas have sisters too. I think Clay's right. We don't really talk about that a lot as a society.
My grandma has a lot of sisters, and they're cool.
Should that be the name of my like eventual hairline, grandma's sister? I feel like that.
Or like great aunt is technically, of course, the name for your grandparent's sister.
Sure.
Or great uncle, which I feel like was bad branding.
I don't like that branding.
It's bad branding.
I guess, of course, people have great aunts, but you never hear, well, my grandma's sister, because that just, when you hear sister, it gives you like a youthful vibe. It makes you think of like, I don't know.
Young 92.
Yeah. So how, did she enjoy the show?
She did. She said that she never thought she would see me again before she died, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, she came, and then my grandma's younger sister came. And
how old is she? 89?
She's, I think, like in her early 70s.
Okay, so she's young.
It was a big family. And also it was a road trip with my 2 guy friends, and that was really fun. Lots of laughs, lots of Taco Bell. I actually got so much hate online. I don't know if you saw this past week.
I love Taco Bell. I watched your video where you posted your current order. I was totally into it.
People hate me when I do that shit, and I'm like, then go. People get so mad at me because I posted me ordering my Taco Bell in the drive-thru, and I'm very specific, and they like, people turn against me.
They think that you're like a Karen when you do it. Is that what it is?
Yes, and they think I'm like teasing low-wage workers, like, you've never worked in the food service industry. I'm like, bitch, yes I have. This is not teasing, like, this is just how I order. People get really mad, and I don't know, I like don't agree with them. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you're not willing to stop, more importantly. Yeah. You've got to film yourself, or listen, in life, there are some things you got to do. You got to eat, you got to breathe, you got to sleep, and you've got to film yourself order fast food.
The people need to know.
People are always asking me though. That's the problem. My number one most requested question is not, Esther, where are you performing your stand-up? Esther, how can I watch your special? No, it's, Esther, what's your Taco Bell order? Caroline, you yourself have called me many times in the pinch. Esther, where do I get a Taco Bell? I'm in the drive-thru. Like, I thought I was doing like a service, but people were really mad.
Well, what can you do?
You know, yeah, what can you do? This does kind of bring us back to what we were talking about last week. And this is why I feel that the future of fast food is all online ordering, because it doesn't require you wasting a person in the drive-thru's time with additions, subtractions, substitutions. You can just do it in the comfort of the app. They just print out a receipt and they just follow what's on the sheet. I think that's like a lot more humane.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I do. And as someone who's never been to Taco Bell,
You're one of those people.
I'm not interested in what you order, because to me, it's like another language. It's like, I don't understand that culture, and like, I respect it from afar, but it's just like, I'm too old now to start now.
Why are people that haven't been to Taco Bell so proud of never having been to Taco Bell?
I know.
Because we know that we're ultimately missing out on something really special. And the only way that we can feel good about ourselves is I sleep like an angel. I sleep like an angel on opiates, okay? I have a clear conscience. I go to sleep every night. My head hits the pillow. Ding dong, good night. Like a mouse
with a belly full of bugs.
Oh God, yeah. No, they were up all night. They were up all night, Caroline.
Point is that I'm so over people that don't like Taco Bell, but Esther, I think you should continue to share your order and don't let the haters or those that are just pointing out simple facts dissuade you.
Thank you.
Yeah, haters gonna hate. 3LW said that, and they're not wrong.
By God, they're
right.
So
that's sort of my attitude though too. It's like I came up with this last summer. It's like, if you don't like me because you saw how I ordered at Taco Bell, newsflash, you never liked me. You were never gonna like me. So it's like you either like me or you don't, and I'm just gonna continue to be my crazy, normal, whatever self that I am, and you'll either take it or leave it.
I can get behind that energy.
Most ultimately will leave it.
Oh yeah, everyone will leave. Everyone will leave you. Yes. But
Caroline,
I do
you
like
look
that
despondent.
energy.
Sorry, I disassociated for the last like 30 seconds.
Speaking of despondent and speaking of disassociative, I have a new YouTuber obsession. And she's someone that we all know and love. And her name is Holly Madison. Have you guys watched her?
Oh, her TikTok is amazing. She's kind of in this rarefied area of Disney freak.
Yes,
a little bit of like fast food stuff. I feel like there's like an Americana chain restaurant thing happening with her. I mean, it's mostly Disney stuff, let's be honest.
I've been falling asleep to her YouTube videos. Like
that's what I do. Because Renee is watching The Sopranos right now, which is just really intense to go to sleep to. Just hearing faggot and gunshot and just like the sound of skulls crushing. I don't want to hear that when I'm going to sleep. I want to hear Holly Madison blankly with no joy in her voice talking about, look, they redesigned Snow White's castle. Tell me if you guys think this was new or not. They've gotten rid of the witch. Did you know about the new Snow White's castle?
Not only do I know about it, it's already getting heat from, did you know that it's the subject of controversy, the new Snow White ride redesign?
Go on.
Well, they're utilizing all these like sick animatronics. The animatronics that Disney uses have gotten so lifelike and so like scary real.
We will be working for them one day, like Dopey.
If we're lucky, Clay, from your mouth to God's fucking ears. But it depicts, the big kiss at the end of Snow White, which is like, we all can picture it. She's lying on that like weird glass coffin thing and Prince Charming kisses her. Anyway, they're getting heat because it's technically a non-consensual kiss because she's asleep.
I kind of agree.
I'm not arguing with that at all. So people are aghast at the new ride, but you guys, guess what?
Okay.
I have tickets for Disneyland for June.
What?
Yeah, it's happening. It's my friend's birthday and he just went ahead and booked tickets for a bunch of people. And the videos and TikToks I've seen out of Disneyland at 25% capacity, it's empty. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, I kind of want to go too, but so is that how Disneyland works now where it's like a concert where you have to book tickets months in advance? It is, huh?
I think so. You got to get tickets months in advance. You got to wear a mask at all times. It's more like a Phoenix stand-up show.
No, masks are encouraged in Phoenix. In Disneyland, they're required.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm so excited. It's empty. The lines have like 5-minute waits.
Oh my God. Esther,
you can breathe. You can spread your arms. Esther,
yeah. Should the three of us go? Should we book like a thing and do a whole special Wait, do you guys remember when Disney bought ABC?
Full House.
And not just Full House, every sitcom that week went to Disneyland. It was the wonderful week of Disney. Roseanne went, Full House went, Step by Step went, Family Matters, and every episode did this synergistic, orgasmic Disney, basically 10-hour Marvel Cinematic universes were colliding. You saw Urkel in the back of Full House, just this infomercial of Disney. I think we should do a glowing up special episode live from inside the Magic Kingdom.
I think that's a great idea.
Is that legal?
Well, they filmed a whole movie illegally once in Disneyland. They just like used handheld cameras and came in every day. And I'm thinking we could just bring a couple iPhones, just like put the Yeti mics in our little popcorn buckets.
You guys, Holly does it. I've literally watched Holly do it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So
yeah, it could be like video content. We'll have like a selfie stick or something.
You guys, this sounds. I'm gonna say
Esther
magic.
Trying Dole Whip for the first time.
I've had it. I love it.
Okay. Us all trying beignets.
My friend is currently hooking up with a girl who plays Minnie Mouse. Maybe she can help us.
That would be amazing.
Why is this just coming up now?
It's not really a brag if she's hooking up with a non-face character. No offense.
Yeah, the non-face characters are kind of like the like on the Titanic. It's like the lower level of people.
It's
Oh,
still an honor,
no.
obviously, to play Minnie. It's better than being like Daisy Duck, God forbid. But
Now I want
Okay,
to be a Disney performer. Can we put on like okay, what if we pitch Disney like a musical that we write and produce and perform? Clay?
I mean, that's a huge, you're acting like that's
that'd
like
be
a
like 5
small
years of
thing
work.
that we can ask. But here's my big question. Well, number one, I do think you could become a Disney performer. Huge performers have come from the parks. I'm talking Joey Fatone. I think
Mm.
I think that's it. But okay, Esther, is she a Minnie whose eyes blink, or are the eyes permanently open?
Where? Wow.
Do you know about this, Caroline?
Have they
No.
transitioned all the minis to blinking eye?
No, I think that there are a few stragglers, and I'm worried that your friend's hooking up with a permanently wide-eyed Minnie.
I don't know. What
Should
do I
ask
do?
We'll find out.
That's
Find
more
out.
important than like finding out her status. Like, I wouldn't even ask her if she's like clean and free of any venereal diseases. It's like, are you a blinking mini or no?
Are you a blinker or a starer? Because the thing about the blinkers is that they're much like Snow White, like they have consent.
Mm-hmm.
I want to really know what the hell is Club 33?
Oh, I can speak on this.
Thank you.
Club 33 is a members only dining facility that's located in Disneyland. And it's really just a restaurant. You just go there and have a meal and get out. It's not like a Soho House where you can like go in and like hang out for hours and hours. It's just a meal place, but it's very expensive to become a member. Very expensive. And
It's like really cost prohibitive.
well, let's just start with the benefits you get as a Club 33 member, and then we'll talk pricing.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
So the benefits as a Club 33 member are pretty astounding. Of course, you get access to Club 33, which is one of the only place in the park that serves alcohol, which, you know, is a bit of a perk for some people. You get, I believe, I want to say you get 20 to 30, a pretty high number of single-use Disneyland tickets to give out willy-nilly to anyone you want. Like, you just have like 30 free Disneyland tickets at your disposal and you can just like give them the fuck out.
Is that why it's called Club 33?
I don't know why it's called Club 33, but I like wrote it all down. I have like I'm like looking through my notes because one time someone was telling me and I was
She
like
has a
during a
pamphlet.
Zoom and I was like writing it all down under the Zoom.
But you didn't know I was going to ask you this.
No, I've had it written down for months. I've been waiting for you to ask. Plus, you get to go to Disneyland and get like a one-on-one tour from a cast member where they take you around the park all day and you cut the lines. I mean,
I've done that.
Yeah, celebrities can do that, but you can also buy that. And I think the retail value is like $5,000 or something like
A
that.
ticket.
Yeah, it's something crazy. You get 4 of those. So you can bring 3 friends and do like a crazy tour like that once a year. You also get free valet parking at one of the hotels. So you just kind of pull up and walk right into the park.
I know the valet thing. I feel like you've mentioned the valet thing before. And you keep saying it like it's a
Have
big
we talked about
selling-
Club 33?
Briefly. But your one thing you said the last time was like, well, it's worth it. There's valet parking. And to me, that seemed really wild.
Well, it kind of is because the parking at Disneyland can be such a fucking headache. But we're talking holistically.
Oh, but to me, the parking is part of the magic. Like when I get into the parking lot,
Pixar
like as Renee, we get so excited. That's when if you choose to want to like smoke a little bowl, that's when you smoke a little bowl.
Oh, well, that's why you guys
You put on your Disney music. No, not even.
No, I don't do drugs at Disneyland.
You guys, I'm telling you, I went to Disneyland with my mom and with Dave, and I was so excited. And we had the tour, the guy that follows you everywhere and jumps the line with you. I don't get it. And you know, I'm the biggest baby ever, but like, I just didn't.
You must have had a bad tour guide. I think your tour guide was a bummer because if you're stuck with someone that's like, oh my God, you don't even know the fun you would have. We got to go to Olga's Cantina.
Would you guys be completely
I've been dying
sober?
to go.
Wait, what?
Would you be completely sober?
Completely.
We have to be sober, right?
At this age,
I mean,
I don't
I am
have the
sober.
stamina on
No,
drugs
I just
to make
want
it
to
through
know,
a day at Disneyland.
Do you need to smoke pot for it to be fun? Or
No,
Why do
not
you keep
at all.
asking that?
I could be stone cold sober.
I've never smoked pot in my life. I don't even touch the stuff.
What's Olga's Cantina?
It's a bar in Star Wars land run by like aliens and
There's like
robots.
animatronic dancing aliens, and you get like fancy drinks that like foam and fizz and shit like that.
Yeah, and you have to have a reservation. And it's like, and like people will come up in character and be like, I heard you shot someone on Tatooine. Good on ya, mate.
I will say, Clay, one time I made a reservation and pulled up at the reservation time, and you have to wait in like a line, even with a reservation.
Well, if you're with friends, I don't care about lines. Lines
Okay.
only suck if it's really hot and you're with people that suck.
Fair enough.
We also have the internet in our pockets. Like, bitch, watch Holly on a line,
Esther,
on your phone
I'm gonna say
while you're there.
Esther, you've been known to be, let's say, physically sensitive, putting it softly. Sometimes after a hot day, a lot of walking, anything can trigger a migraine or trigger neck pain. I need you to prepare and train for this Disneyland trip. Like, we're not doing 3 hours and going home. You need your most comfortable shoes.
Oh, with
adequate
absolute
sunwear.
Caroline, with all the love that my heart can muster, Esther, if you're not having a good time, like, I love you. You can go home. We're gonna stay though.
You're gonna Uber home from Anaheim.
You can Uber home from Anaheim.
I do a full like park opening to park close. That's what we call getting your money's worth.
Like with
what if your legs get tired?
Oh, they're gonna get tired, baby.
You gotta train.
A done deal. You gotta train.
What if you get really, really, really hot and you're in the sun?
Well, that's gonna happen.
In an absolute emergency, I will allow a sit-down dinner.
No, we're having a sit-down dinner. Oh, no.
Okay.
No, dinners and meals are part of it. I can't
do a triple sit-down.
Well, no, but I just... Two, of course, 2 meals. Who has 3 meals? What am I, 600-pound life? No, we'll have 2 wonderful meals. One will be like fast casual, like Disney's answer to Panera. Like, we'll go to Cars Land and we'll get stuff and we'll eat in Cars Land. And then dinner, we will have reservations at somewhere nice.
And by nice, he means
the Blue Bayou.
Fine. Yeah.
No, the Blue Bayou, which when I mean nice, I mean something very expensive and something that tastes very bad.
Like a $35 mediocre clam chowder.
Caroline, I have a feeling when we go there that it's going to be like a $75 clam chowder at this point. Like, Disney's got to make their money back. I have a feeling the food prices are going to be shocking.
So, look, let's face it. We all shop online. And every time the promo code field comes up at checkout, I panic. I start shaking. I start Googling random combinations of words that might get me a promo code. Like, the thought of there could be money that I could be saving and I'm not saving it is a regret that I don't want to live with, which is why I'm obsessed with Honey. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo code and applies the best one it finds to your cart. They support over 30,000 stores online. Trust me, if you're shopping at an online store, Honey probably supports it. So how does it work? Let's say you're shopping at one of your favorite sites, you fill in the blanks, and when you check out, the Honey button drops down and all you have to do is click apply coupons. You wait a few seconds, Honey does the work for you, searches for coupons, and then bam, if they find a working coupon, you'll watch your prices drop. I use Honey all the time. Like, just the other day I was buying vegan protein bars and I was like, wait, is there a coupon for this random vegan protein bar site? You better believe Honey had my back. I saved like $5, got free shipping, and like, if I didn't have Honey, I would have never saved that money. So look, Honey has found over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. Those numbers don't lie. And if you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free, installs in a few seconds, and by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this podcast. Free. I'd never recommend something I didn't use. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/glowingup. And again, that's joinhoney.com/glowingup. I'll see you there.
If you're listening to Glowing Up, you know that Esther and I are busy, possibly too busy for our own good. We both have like 15 jobs each. And being busy means that sometimes you don't have the time or energy to cook something healthy. I mean, I love to eat healthy. I love to eat. And if I'm in a pinch and I need something fast, sometimes I don't know what to do. But now I don't have to worry because I've got Daily Harvest, which is one of our all-time favorite sponsors on the show. If you don't know, Daily Harvest delivers delicious food, all built on organic fruits and vegetables right to your door. It takes minutes to prepare. It's ready when you are. You keep everything in your freezer. and you can just always rest easy knowing you have super healthy stuff in your freezer. And they've got smoothies. Their smoothies are my favorite. The ginger greens, I believe it's what it's called, is one of my all-time favorite smoothies, straight up. But they've also got crisp flatbreads for lunch or dinner. They've got roasted harvest bowls and soups, all kinds of things. They never use preservatives, added sugar, or artificial anything. Plus, they have a recently launched almond milk, which is truly just made of almonds and sea salt, and that's convenient. You know why? Because then you can make smoothies with your almond milk from Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest is also committed to minimizing their environmental impact. They're transitioning to 100% compostable, recyclable, plant-based, and renewable fiber packaging. It's delicious, clean food without the prep. Get started today by going to dailyharvest.com and entering promo code GLOWINGUP to get $25 off your first box. That's promo code GLOWINGUP for $25 off your first box at dailyharvest.com. And again, that's dailyharvest.com.
Look,
What about Universal Studios? Any interest in that?
Listen,
it just doesn't hold a candle.
The Harry Potter ride at Universal Studios, as someone who's never seen a Harry Potter, is one of my favorite rides of all time. So I love Universal, but Universal, you can go for 4 hours and call it a quit, and you're fine. You can go home.
Back in the day at Universal, they used to have the most incredible attraction. To this day, I can't even believe they closed it. I have dreams about this attraction.
I'm listening.
It was a very small little walk in and walk out called the Lucy Museum. Which was just
literally, I just turned into Congo. Go on. I know all about this.
The smallest little parcel of real estate somewhere jammed into a corner of the park, like behind the Jurassic Park ride, where it was just a mini museum dedicated to all things Lucy, Lucille Ball baby. And they had like dresses and like TVs and furniture.
And every merch. There was Lucille Ball stores. There was a full I Love Lucy stores at the place, guys.
I'm going to try to find it and share my screen. It was everything.
In Florida at the Universal Studios when we went, they had like Lucy characters there, and she like signed my autograph book, and I was like,
you'll still see her from time to time, and you'll still see Marilyn from time to time. Well, Marilyn maybe is out and about. Oh, but what a fucking weird world of just what kind of a motley crew does Universal have, where it's just Beetlejuice and a minion and Marilyn Monroe walking around, a real woman.
That's the problem with Universal, is the IP is so whack. It's so aesthetically unpleasant, and it's so all over the place. You've got Shrek, Minions.
Simpsons is fun.
Simpsons
I love going
is
to
good,
Simpsons.
but these are all ones that they've had to like desperately acquire, and now they have Harry Potter. And I'm sorry, Harry Potter merch is wretched aesthetically.
She's
it's like
not
dark
the one.
Stone colors and like
it's very
ugly, deep reds.
It's very like Affliction. Do you remember the brand Affliction in the 2000s? Like all Harry Potter merch is just Affliction to me.
Oh my God. I'm sharing my screen just to give you a taste, Esther, of the Lucy experience.
I want to taste.
And when I was little, I didn't care about the rides. I didn't care about...
This is so cool.
Oh my God. Is that not so fucking gorgeous? Can you believe that? Look at this. Like when I was a little kid, I would just soak it up and like drink in every inch of the Lucy Tribute Museum. And it was small. Like, the Emmy.
Wait, if you click this one, that's in Hollywood. I've been to this. This is at the Hollywood Museum. I think it's like the Max Factor or something.
Oh yeah, that's right, in proper Hollywood.
It's very cool.
Like little like merch items from history.
Little plates.
Oh, this. I remember this. Clay, does this ring a bell?
Oh, of course it does. Well, when I was in preschool, my dad had a TV show that shot at Universal. He was like a writer, and I would go to Universal almost every day after preschool, and just run around like with free reign. And I would go to the Lucy Museum and Fievel Land. And those were my spots.
Oh, Fievel Land? They didn't have that when I was little. I missed that boat.
We were little at the same time. You probably just don't remember.
One of you is lying.
Fievel Land. It was like basically like everything's big.
Oh,
like you're shrunk down like a mouse. Like you're on a thimble.
But they closed the Lucy tribute, and I don't even know what's there now, but it's...
Because I have news for you folks. Gen Z don't know who Lucy is.
so wrong. When we were little, that was the only option that was syndicated.
Well,
Lucy was playing like 5 times a day minimum.
But Caroline, you just said the magic word, which is syndicated.
Syndication.
We had all of our content curated for us. So we would have our channels and they would say, this is classic TV. You watch this, you watch this. Now kids can choose whatever they want on Netflix and YouTube. So why would anybody click a black and white thing with some woman? You can't even tell she has red hair from the black and white. So they're never going to click that and watch it. It was presented to us as we were educated. They weren't.
I'm gonna be honest. Choice is a prison.
Plus.
It's not the same booting up an episode of I Love Lucy.
Well,
as opposed to being forced it. Does that make sense?
I remember around Thanksgiving every year, you guys, I'm literally I'm having Polly level like nostalgic heart pangs. Every year around, call the doctor. Okay. Every year around Thanksgiving, they would do on our local LA station, Fox 11, they would do a Lucy marathon, and it would be like 48 hours. And in the commercial breaks, the fake Lucys coming live from Universal Studios would be like, coming up next, it's the grape stomping one. Ooh, like, and I don't know, it was just so, commercials are so magical. I miss that. Like, especially localized, area specific commercials. You can't beat them.
Empire Carpet, the one with the air conditioning, another scorcher. It's gonna be hot tomorrow. That one.
Oh, classic.
Such a classic. I love Lucy, just to put it
guys,
mildly.
What do you think about Nicole Kidman playing Lucy in the biopic?
I saw one picture from the set. Let me pull this up. It didn't look.
Listen, it's a paparazzi shot, so
yeah, let's give it a little bit of. Let's be gentle, but I wasn't quite working for me. Let me see if I can.
Why are people so mad about Nicole Kidman playing that role?
Because you don't think of her as being funny. Look, they might have scrubbed it from the internet. Oh wait,
here's one.
Oh, the clothes, guys.
Oh my God, the hair.
You guys, YouTube exclusive. The first shot you're showing me is a visual fucking feast.
Oh, she's wearing a beautiful, like, wide leg, pleated, bright blue pant with a matching tailored tiny vest. She looks incredible.
You guys, Lucy's clothes on the show fucking go off. Like, Lucy's clothes even now are she has this one thing that's like a pants that it's pants in the front and then has a train in the back. So it's like from the back, it looks like this cocktail dress, but in the front it's pants. Unbelievable, the clothes on I Love Lucy.
That's okay. I'll keep an open mind, but do we think it's like a comedic movie or if it's like a drama into like how hard it was to be this early visionary trailblazer?
Here's the weird thing. If they cast Nicole Kidman, it kind of feels like it has to be a drama, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Javier, is that Javier Bardem?
Yeah. For those of you that aren't watching the YouTube exclusive, who are just listening, I have to say that watching Javier Bardem playing Desi Arnaz wearing a mask during a pandemic is a visual I didn't expect.
Oh my God, Alia.
Who does she play?
Oh my God, I just saw her last night. I didn't know she's in this.
I think she plays. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out, guys. I think she plays Madeline Pugh, one of Lucy's like writing partners. No. Oh, I can't figure this out.
No, a woman wrote a lot of the I Love Lucy stuff.
Wow.
And wait, can I ask you guys a question? Are you guys familiar with post I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball, and what she was like?
Well, the other shows, like all the spin-off shows that were just kind of okay.
They were just okay, but they were huge hits.
Really?
I'm talking, you guys have to look up. I'm not kidding. I want to say 1989, like the year before she died. She has a couple appearances on Joan Rivers' short-lived late night talk show. To say that she is gruff is an understatement. She's miserable, she's angry, and she's just smoking. In the middle of a talk show, she goes, I'm going on a trip tomorrow and I have to pack, and just leaves in a way that would not happen on a talk show. Now she's like, I gotta go, I gotta pack, and just leaves.
Lucy,
these are worth a watch.
She smoked a lot. I mean, I think she died of smoking related illnesses.
She did, but she loved it. She loved to smoke. So I'm not
Do you
going to take
guys
that away from
know
her.
do you know the tragic story of her great granddaughter who literally just passed away last year? Her name was Desiree Anzalone, and she passed away from cancer. She was like 25 years old, and she looked just like Lucy. It was like so sad.
I never heard about this.
How did she
Yeah.
die?
I think she had breast cancer, I want to say.
Oh.
She had Anselm, the great-granddaughter of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz Sr., died September 27th after a battle with stage 4 breast cancer. Oh, she was 31. That's really sad. It's terrible.
Lucy was such a pioneer. She produced Star Trek. Like, people didn't want to make that show. And after they did the pilot, she was like, I don't think this is good enough. I think we need to redo it. And apparently the pilot was like really bad, but then under Lucy's guidance, the pilot got a lot better. And then Star Trek became like the huge hit it was.
She also
Wow.
says in interviews too, she's like, I'm not a funny person. She's like, I know how to be funny. I know how to, I will study it. And I know the musicality of being funny. She's like, but I'm not funny. Oh no, I don't have time to be funny. Like, her personality was the nicest way to say it is gruff.
She is, and that's so funny to hear, because on her show, I mean, the likable person that could ever be. Like, she is so freaking likable.
It's the best. I mean, she is. I think that she's an honorary mascot of Glowing Up, which is, I think, something that we should assemble. I think we should do, like, you know how boys do fantasy football? I think we should do like fantasy
icons,
fantasy divas, and like have a team and have them compete against each other.
Guys, I am so excited about today's sponsor, and no, I don't have a cat, but this brand and company is really speaking to me. It's Cat Person cat food. So here's the deal with Cat Person. It's protein packed, 50% more than industry standards. And look, I need protein, and I know my cat hypothetically would need protein if I had a cat. They only use wholesome ingredients. The food is grain-free and low carb, so there's none of that unnecessary filler that you might find in other brands. Cat Person delivers delicious, nutritious, and high-quality cat food right to your door. You'll never have to run out or settle for what a store has. The plans are customizable for your cat, perfect for cats of all ages. There are 16 wet food options and 3 dry food options, so you can definitely find the combination that works for you. We're talking, in terms of wet food, tuna, salmon and tuna, mackerel and bream, beef, duck and chicken. Like, these flavors are delicious sounding to me. You won't believe all that's included in your starter box. 10 cups of wet food, 1 2-pound bag of dry food, plus a set of serving spoons, silicone lids, and a scooper. And Cat Person offers a 30-day money-back guarantee on your custom plan. If your cat doesn't love Cat Person, no questions asked. My very best friend in the world has a cat, and she raved to me about how amazing Cat Person is. She has a young cat, and her cat was really loving all the fishy wet foods like the salmon and tuna, the mackerel and bream, which are the flavors I would get if I were a cat. Not just if I had a cat, like if I were a cat, I would eat those. I mean, look, you can't go wrong. 30-day money-back guarantee, all kinds of delicious wet and dry options. Come on. You and your cat are going to love Cat Person as much as we do. Go to catperson.com/glowingup and use code glowingup to save nearly 50% off your starter box with free shipping. That's catperson.com/glowingup, code glowingup to get 50% off your starter box with free shipping. catperson.com/glowingup, code glowingup.
Let's talk about Four Sigmatic. They're a wellness company known for their delicious mushroom coffee. Four Sigmatics. Mushroom coffee is real, organic, fair trade, single origin Arabica coffee with lion's mane mushroom for productivity and chaga mushroom for immune support. We over here at Glowing Up have been starting our days off with Four Sigmatic's ground mushroom coffee with lion's mane instead of regular coffee. And it really helps give you focus and just makes you get shit done. It's amazing, and I absolutely feel an uptick in my productivity every time I drink it. It helps me focus like nothing else. Mushroom coffee is also easy on my gut. It doesn't leave me with that awful jittery feeling or any kind of midday crash. And all their products at Four Sigmatic are organic, vegan, and gluten-free, and every single batch is third-party lab tested to ensure its purity and safety, so you know you're getting the highest quality coffee and mushrooms possible. Now you're thinking, does the coffee taste like mushrooms? It tastes just like the coffee you love. It brews dark and nutty, and it tastes incredible. And they have over 20,000 5-star reviews. And best of all, they back their products with a 100% money back guarantee. Okay, I'm on board with that. You guys, we have an exclusive offer with Four Sigmatic on their best-selling mushroom coffee. This is just for Glowing Up listeners. That's kind of a big deal. Get up to 40% off plus free shipping on mushroom coffee bundles. To claim this deal, you must go to foursigmatic.com/glowingup. This offer is only for Glowing Up listeners and is not available on the website. You'll save up to 40% and get free shipping. Go right now to foursigmatic.com/glowingup and fuel your productivity and creativity with some delicious mushroom coffee.
Couldn't believe I had never seen an old movie starring two icons. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane?
You've never seen it?
No, and I can tell by the looks on both of your faces that you've both seen it.
Best movie of all time.
It's really something. Like, I had always thought of this as like a super campy, like over the top. I don't know why I'd never seen it, but I was blown away. It was genuinely thrilling and scary. It was so good, like a powerful portrayal of like female psychological terror. There's like crazy makeup looks in it. It's such an LA movie. It's like the house is in Larchmont. They're always like walking up and down Larchmont. Like, it had a
What about the queer neighbor? Like the fat gay guy.
The queer neighbor.
The fat gay guy in the movie.
Oh, he's gay?
Yeah, if you watch it back, it's like very coded that he's like.
Oh, well, that's so coded back then. You can't even tell. I couldn't tell. I'll rewatch it.
If you rewatch it, you'll like notice things. But that whole movie is.
And just knowing, I haven't seen the Ryan Murphy feud show yet, so
What?
I love it.
I can't wait. I know, but I wanted to watch this first.
Yeah, you
so
should.
now I'm
yeah.
like so excited to watch that.
That's like based on, it's about shooting that movie. I'm going to rewatch it just because you brought it up.
I rewatched it this year during the pandemic.
Like, Caroline, when just think of all the things I've recommended to you that you've loved. You're going to have that level
Nachos
of
Bel
joy
Grande with
it.
red sauce.
Wait,
I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it. I can't believe they hated each other so much.
No.
It's you'll see on the whole movie that it really is a complicated thing of just like how women were pitted against each other. But I'm going to say that it's my favorite Ryan Murphy show.
Same.
Full stop. Hands down.
I mean,
Yes.
Same.
yeah, okay. What even comes? Oh, I love Scream Queens season 1.
Love Scream Queens season 1. It does. To me, it does. Okay. I love Pose. I loved the Versace one. I loved People vs. OJ. He's got a lot of good shit.
Versus OJ. I also, what was the new one on The Politician? I thought was pretty good.
I loved season 1 of The Politician. I loved Hollywood, which
okay, you guys are kind of digging deep right now. These are not good.
I struggled with
but they're
Hollywood.
gay. They're okay, but you guys have to understand that like he makes shows for maybe white cis gay men, but he makes shows for gay men in a way that no one else does. Like Hollywood had like 5 gay male characters. Like you're not getting that on any other budget show. You're just not. I
just feel like he makes TV undeniably fun. Like
and
you're
visually,
never gonna.
It's called camp.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
it's just campy.
I even like American Horror Story.
I love a lot of American Horror Story. You guys, so I got an email and I need to ask you guys' opinion. This is intense. I got an email from my agency from a very famous plastic surgeon who is offering like what do you call it? Not surgeries, but services. They're offering services in exchange for posting to a lot of the artists at my agency.
What kind of services?
I think like filler, Botox.
So
I've never had anything
outpatient,
done.
Like very light.
And I think it's like you can negotiate with them. I've never had anything done. I don't know. I don't think any. Have you guys ever had anything done?
No.
I've only had very light like fillers and Botox, which is a whole other.
Is that something you've shared before on the show?
Yeah, I've shared it before. I got fillers from like a scary Armenian lady that was illegal and brought a suitcase to my house.
Per her mom's wishes?
Because I thought it'd be cheaper and I had to pay her in all cash, and I still don't think she injected me. I don't know what happened. I was fine, but I've since.
Did you see any results?
Yeah. I got fillers in my cheeks
I feel
because
like you were really happy with it.
I liked it. I saw some pictures of myself later where I would like wondered if it looked a little bit unnatural. So I'm kind of like gun shy in terms of going back. But the next thing I want to do, and I want to get it soon, is I want to get a little Botox. And I think the thing, Clay, I think the thing to do if I were to get, first of all, you really don't need you don't need anything straight up. But if you wanted to get something, I think that preventative Botox, the very smallest amount in areas where you notice that deep lines might form down the line, getting a small baby amount of preventative Botox in those areas to really just prevent deeper creases from forming. That to me is like, okay, now we're getting somewhere with Botox. That feels reasonable, rational, and totally
Esther, what do
like
you
not
think?
scary.
I like what Caroline's presenting. Like, I like how she's saying very minimal, very preventative. I could get behind that, but ultimately, I think that I've never really seen anyone not get addicted to it, except for Caroline.
But Esther, you know me, and I don't have an addictive personality at
Oh, okay.
all.
Okay. I just don't see why you would even go down that road. Like, at the end of the day, it is like a poisonous, toxic substance, and if you don't really need it or want it, like, just because why would you get it just because it's free?
There's something I want, though. There is something I do want.
What?
I want to get my upper lip a little bit bigger.
Do you want the lip flip, or do you want a little
The
bit
lip flip sounds what is that? That sounds like painful.
It's where Caroline, am I right? It's like they put a little bit of Botox at the top of the lip so that it kind of like flips up, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I want that. Because the reason, whenever if I shave my facial hair, you guys, it's shocking how different my lips look. It's just shocking. The mustache really is, I gotta say, facial hair is makeup for guys.
100%, and I'm so jealous of it.
You guys, I literally have jet black contour permanently on my face. That's what a beard is.
And a beard it really protects you. And like the area that I get the most acne is like where my beard would be. I'm sure there's a reason for that hormonally, but like if I had a beard here, I dream about it all the time. Like it would cover up my acne. It would like protect me from the elements. Yeah. It's like sunscreen. I'm jealous.
When I do shave, it's crazy. The skin underneath where the beard is like about 5 years younger than the skin on the rest of my face.
I wish my whole face could be covered in hair.
Well, guys, we're all wearing masks. I wonder if this year of mask wearing in the sun is going to ultimately, Esther shaking her head no. You don't think it's ultimately going to give us like an extra year of youth on the lower half?
No, because we're still in our cars without the mask. And I don't know. I'm usually, when I'm outdoors, I'm not always wearing the mask because you don't have to. I don't know. I think I love what you're saying in theory, but
do you?
And also no, because
I kind of hard.
I mean, I'm the girl who wears driving sleeves. Of course, I would love to think that a mask would make my face less old looking.
I thought you wore the driving sleeves to like keep the spiders out of your car from biting you.
Well, that was between us.
Wait, by the way, Esther has the cutest little earring that I haven't seen before. Can you tell us what this is?
This is a little butterfly dangly on my cartilage piercing, which here's what I've noticed is whenever I wear a cartilage ring with a dangly, I always get a compliment from a hot girl. So I know that it's very cool.
Am I the hot girl?
Today? You are.
I'm experimenting with like a DIY dangly. I think these are like the hot new trend is like a dangly with a little charm in it. I have a little,
you guys literally look like George Michael. You guys look like
mine's a little George Michael. Mine's a little George Michael-y, but
George Michael's hot.
The low ring with the dangly, I can't pull off. I can only do the high one.
The high one's the move. I need to get my cartilage pierced, but I've been too scared. And I really want Esther to come with me.
Okay.
Was that easy?
Yeah, okay.
I wish you could do it. You went to beauty school, right?
Yeah, you don't want me to do your piercing.
That's like different. That's like tattoo school.
Yeah, I didn't go to Tattoo Ink University. I don't have my ears pierced, guys. I don't have my ears pierced.
Not even one?
Cool. Back to the Botox combo, I do normally when a friend of mine says they want it, I do similar, like I think what you do, Clay. I'm like, do what you want. I'll support you either way. I don't want to invalidate your reality by telling you you don't need it. Whatever it is. But Clayton, I'm with you. I'm close enough with you. I'm going to give my opinion. I say don't touch the stuff. I just don't see a reason for you to touch the stuff.
Okay.
That's that.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to go ahead and completely take the opposite path here.
Keep in mind, guys, I have to post about it. That's pretty rough.
That's a bit rough. I think that I've seen some people pull it off seamlessly, but it's a tricky needle to thread.
I would obviously be very self-deprecating and goofy loofy while I posted about it.
Goofy loofy.
I would be a little goofy loofah, in the words of Bill O'Reilly, but yeah.
My big want, plastic surgery wise, is having facial asymmetry panic. It's like kind of a big, it's a thing. Our faces are not symmetrical. I know,
Funny.
big shocker.
Well, unless you're me and you have your head as a perfect circle.
Okay, so
Esther has a perfect like street lamp on her shoulders. I'm so
it's
jealous.
a bowling ball.
I mean, you guys, my
not
face.
Good. That's not what you want. Just
I literally have two faces. Like, and
I do
that's
too,
fine.
Clay.
I'm Stalker Channing in Grease, which if you watch the movie Grease, she's an icon. We love her. She has two completely different faces.
Everyone has that.
No, but my
some
dad,
people have it more than other.
My dad used to always say that to me too. He'd be like, "See, you're just like Stalker. Like some angles like this, some angles like that." And I'd be like, "Okay, I'm 8. Like what?"
I think it's aggravated too by side sleeping, which I try as I might to sleep on my back. I cannot sleep on my back. I wake up every single day. Half of my face is digging into the pillow. The eye is like pulled open and half shut. It's like Two-Face from Batman. And if anyone has any tips for sleeping on their back, please share them. I know Whitney Cummings once shared a tip, but she wears giant headphones to keep her from whatever.
God, that
sounds
miserable.
awful.
One of my eyes doesn't wake up for 20 minutes until after the other one.
I have
the whole morning I have one eye closed.
I have a very droopy eye and eyelid and eyebrow situation.
I have a droopy eye too.
I love my droopy eye.
I don't love my droopy eye and I'm trying to love her, but I'm now noticing like the eyelid is kind of droopy and it like gets in the way of like my makeup application. I'm like, this does not feel right. And I'm going to talk to someone, a reputable plastic surgeon, not an Armenian woman who comes to my house with a rolling suitcase, about if getting a small amount of Botox in and around the droopy eyebrow would do some kind of a lift situation, because it's Droop City. It's fucking Troupe over here.
It's the Droop Carey show. Okay.
It's the Goof Troupe. Is that a thing?
It's Droop Barrymore's daytime talk show over here.
Which, by the way, I'm still watching from time to time and just absolutely loving.
I know. We know.
I cannot stress to you enough that everyone is asymmetrical. Dude, my titties like don't look like they're on the same body. The one is luscious and large, and the
I'm
other
watching.
is
You're
small and
pushing
fat.
them up. Your boobs are going up and down from the camera. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I get why guys like that. That's cool. That was cool.
Anyway, so facial asymmetry, I know I should be totally fine with it and totally chill with it, but mine feels a bit pronounced. I'll just leave it at that.
Does
it's not like subtle. One eyebrow is like half an inch lower at this point.
But you guys, the thing is, I have a very long masculine, in the gay world, I would have a brick of a face. So I have a brick face and that's fine. But as a boy, it's so weird because I didn't always have this face. And it was like I went to sleep one night and I woke up the next day like fucking Pinocchio and I had a big nose and a chin and it came literally overnight. And sometimes I still think that I have the like 12-year-old child's face and I don't.
That's what I have. And I'm actually feeling attacked because you're bragging that you have a chin.
Stop.
I want a chin.
Just grow a little beard like I do on your chin, and honestly,
it
we'll
with
give
you.
a nice illusion.
Let's do like a no shave May.
Wait, Caroline, can I ask a personal question? Where are you at with the whole nose job thing? I haven't asked you about that in a while.
I think
Is that like rude?
No, it's not rude at all. I'm happy you brought it up. I really want to get one still. I think I've decided that I like just straight up want one, and I want one that's really subtle and will just harmoniously tie my features in together and will make me feel more confident. And now's the time to get it when we're wearing masks. But it's just been so hard with my work schedule. Like I just need a block of time off. Like I think I have to schedule it for later this year or something, but I just don't have any time off in the near future. So it's like basically impossible. But
Wow.
I still have unbelievably irrational fears around surgery.
Oh,
Like
really?
I
I didn't
think
know that about you.
I am so scared of that whole morning of surgery where it's like your surgery's at 5 a.m. and you have to like go to the office and like it's just like you're there for hours. You have to like being put to sleep in particular and being wheeled into an operating room is like
I find it so comforting. I'm just like,
Some
there's
people are like
nothing
that.
that I can do right now. I'm like, I give you full control. I'm just like, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, I trust you guys. You do this every day. Do your thing. And I love going under. When they count down from 10, those 3 seconds, because I've never gotten to 5 or 6.
Usually people don't.
9. Okay, this is cool. 8. Oh boy, I really love 8. And then when 7 comes, 7 is where it's at. And then you wake up and it's over.
I am like shocked that you like it. Even you just explaining it to me, I'm hearing you logically, but it's giving me so much anxiety hearing you go 10, 9, 8. Like, I
Now
don't
I've
know.
only had I've had tonsillectomies, and I've had I haven't had any intense surgery. They've been sort of elective or whatever surgery. So it's not like we're trying to get something bad out of you. It's not like a life-threatening surgery. I think that might be a different thing where there are risks.
Yeah.
Right.
Or not
When
risks.
I was
It's
little,
always a risk.
I had to have like I always had to have surgery because I was just so special, such a special gifted girl. And I remember we were watching 2020, me and my mom one night, and it was like right before a big surgery that I was having where I was going to be put under. And of course, the episode was about a family's pet that was accidentally put to sleep that wasn't supposed to be put to sleep. And so all I could think about, because I was just a little kid, I was like, they're going to accidentally put me to sleep. Like, this is what's going to happen. And so ever since then, like, I just have that I carry that weight with me.
Did you
wherever I go.
did you verbalize that fear when you were watching 2020? Like, that's gonna happen to me, or did you stuff it down?
I probably verbalized it and no one acknowledged it.
Okay, that's really good, because if it were me, I would not have said anything. I would have been like, I can't wait for tomorrow. Okay, I had a
You'd be
black.
like, let's watch again.
I'd be like, oh, I love this. Barbara Walters. I mean, literally, I'm sipping out of a Barbara Walters mug right now. Where is she? Wait,
I like
that's
to
Joy.
think that you only have 50 of those mugs and no other drinkware.
It's just, when I tell you that every time I drink from this, it sparks a joy that can't be described. It's nuts. So Esther, I had major surgery when I was 6. I had a birthmark that was cancerous on my leg. Did I ever tell you this?
No.
And they couldn't put me under. They didn't think it was going to be a big deal. But I had like 280 stitches on my leg, and a little kid's leg, and layers and layers.
280
Have you never seen the scar on my leg? Can you see it at all?
Wait, why?
Wait, that's deep.
This used to wrap around my entire leg because it was a kid's leg. And
Wait,
when
I don't understand. That was to remove a birthmark?
It was like literally a black birthmark with hair coming out of it. So they had to cut deep. They had to cut like an inch deep into my skin and sew layers. When I tell you,
hold my hand.
When I tell you, I knew that this was my Willy Wonka golden ticket. I was a star and I was a victim, which are two of the things that all I ever wanted as a child. So I remember just being like, awake during it, like, someone needs to go to Toys R Us. I need the Dorothy Barbie waiting when I get home. And it was scary, but I also was like, maybe movies would help. I won't be able to swim. I will need a TV in the room. I got so much out of this surgery, and I knew it at the time. I was like, okay, play sad, play scared, but I also knew it's gonna be fine.
It was the role of a lifetime.
When I tell you, I went to CPK before. I got to have whatever meal I wanted.
What was your order? Margarita pizza?
I got like
Kids
barbecue.
menu was a different game.
Barbecue,
Oh.
but they had the barbecue kids pizza.
Oh,
But
okay.
the thing
Barbecue
I really
chicken
wanted,
pizza?
yes,
It's classic.
and a tartufo. Do you guys know about
What the
tartufo culture?
That's what I'm gonna name Esther's chin beard.
Tartufo.
The tartufo.
It was a cookies and cream ice cream ball
Oh my god.
with
Googling
melted chocolate around it. Like it was frozen, but it was like in a shell of chocolate. And then around that shell, it was Oreos crumbled up.
Get out of
Nothing-
here.
Can you find it, Caroline,
I
please?
found it. Yeah. It's
Can you share the screen? My mouth's watering.
it's covered in Lady Gaga Oreos.
Yes, that's it. That's it. That's it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Is that you guys? When I tell you that's and also my parents had gifts, so the surgery was like 4 or 5 hours long, and
Wow.
I would just every 10 minutes I'd be like, open another gift, because there was like a sheet in front of me, so I couldn't see my leg, and I would just
You weren't under for it for a 5-hour surgery?
because I was too young, and it was technically just stitches, but it was like it was on my leg. It wasn't like organs, so they didn't put me under. I'm sure they like maybe I liked it so much because maybe they did give me some kind of like sedative, because I was in heaven.
You had like that's why you love surgery. You had like an amazing gifting suite experience for your first big one.
Literally them reading me stories like while it's happening. And I did get one little sneak peek of my leg. Accidentally, the little towel moved. And when I tell you, the inside of your leg is just pink, pink, pink.
It's not a place you want to see.
It is just
not a place I want to spend time.
Stop
pink, pink.
Ugh.
You know that the only way I can really sleep at night is if I picture that if somebody cut my hand off, that it would be like a Barbie inside, and it would just be like Barbie doll. Like I couldn't sleep if I really thought about what was in here.
You guys, there's literally skeletons like doing like there's a skeleton dancing, right? Esther's skeleton is literally like this at all times, just like there's literally a hunched little skeleton in you.
Do the Glomies get squeamish at this too? Do you guys get squeamish? Like, am I extra a baby
My
about
biggest
it?
fear is like an impacted fracture where a bone pops out.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't want to see the bone.
I mean, so yeah, it does squeamish me out a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I talk a big game, but literally, like, I'm sewing a wig right now, and like, if I prick myself and there's blood, I do like scream, and Renee has to catch me.
I was just watching Shay Mitchell's web series on YouTube, which is actually amazing, and it was her labor experience. Caroline, are you afraid of
Deeply.
giving labor? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just needed to know that.
I've softened on it a little bit, but one time someone told me a story of her C-section, and I've never been able to shake this image. A C-section is like it is a surgery.
If you can avoid it, avoid it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Clay. But I can see the appeal, and they're so commonly done that if someone was like, you should get a C-section, a doctor told me that, I would probably just be like, yeah, okay.
Sure. My sister got C-section, yeah.
But then I've heard that requires 5 days in the hospital. But if you do Vagini, you just go home.
Yeah.
And there's no anal option, right?
Not that I'm aware of, but your pussy does rip to your butt. But we'll circle back to that.
Okay.
So my friend who got a C-section said that you walk yourself into the surgery room, which already is so dehumanizing and degrading.
Why?
It's like the whole, apparently at Cedars-Sinai, they do it this way. So she walked into the surgery room, and you just like see your surgery bed there. They're like, okay. They're like, go ahead and sit down. And she's like, I just sit on it. They're like, yeah, like sit. So she like sits on it. It's something about loading yourself onto a surgery bed is so tragic to me.
But you're so scared about getting wheeled in, so you don't want to be wheeled in.
I'm scared of surgery. It's just a general.
She doesn't
fear.
want to. It seems like her fear is like approaching the surgery.
It is.
Right.
I don't mind the waking up. I don't mind the pain. It is the apprehension of pre-surgery.
It's the journey towards it.
It's
Wait,
the
so
journey.
what?
It's like the anticipating it, counting down the days. Oh,
You just have to keep super busy and not think about it, and then be like, oh fuck, my surgery's tomorrow. Like, okay, like that's the secret.
I will say I had a colonoscopy and I was so scared. And then my
Brag.
friend Lena was like, I know. She was like, they give you the Twilight. It's amazing.
I love
and then
Twilight.
I did have a great experience. So I will say I was a little bit changed. I think you can be too. But yeah, giving birth, I feel like that's another thing that makes me abnormally squeamish. I'm just like, no. Like, how does it come out?
Oh, I mean, it's
No.
unimaginably painful. I mean, I know I'll have an epidural and I'll do full drugs, but it's just, and then I've somehow gotten birth TikTok into my algorithm, and there's something that I saw on after birth TikTok that is kind of
Afterbirth TikTok.
It's kind of scared me. Have you guys ever heard
What?
of padsicles?
No.
When you have a vaginal birth, your vagina is pretty
Cold?
She's gone through a lot after that
Oh.
vaginal birth. And like you have to like irrigate it and like douche it and like keep it clean. Like it needs to heal. It's like I don't want to say it's wrecked, but like it's kind of wrecked. And there's something that they recommend you do where you take maxi pads, and I think you put like aloe vera, like a proprietary blend of soothing ingredients in the pad, and put them in the freezer and make padsicles. So it's like a cooling popsicle for your vagina.
And I literally want to
I know, on a hot summer day,
right now for myself. I don't even have one. Like, that sounds great. What's wrong with that?
It's just
a padzicle sounds
like,
amazing.
Because we know what would cause you to need a padzicle.
Right.
Like my pain would have to be hot and painful and gaping.
Burn. Oh.
I know
but everyone who's able to do it, it's clearly like a magical. That was the takeaway from watching Shay. It's like so magical, but the amount of suffering she went through was not cool.
And we wouldn't have like easy births. I mean, there are girls who are like, oh, I pushed twice and it was like a 5-hour labor. Like it wasn't that bad. I mean, let's be honest. Me and Esther's births are going to be 35 to 40-hour labors.
I'm not even going to entertain that because I have a feeling that it's going to be Esther. I don't know about you, Caroline, but you know that Esther was born with a horseshoe up her ass and has a little luck streak that no one else has. And I have a feeling Esther is literally going to like have the easiest, fastest childbirth.
I thought you were going to say that I hate doing things and so I get them done the fastest as possible.
Same thing with that. I just know that Esther, like things can come easily to Esther. She has this little magic touch. And I think that
some things. I hope you're right.
And also, granted, everyone's experience after they have a baby is totally different, but there's a high chance that afterwards you're going to love that baby so much and the reward is going to be so...
I feel like that's always the case.
No, because some people like have, their hormones are all balanced and they have, they mentally... That's what I would be afraid of, not to put that fear, but my fear is just that I would be so depressed and hate the baby.
Really?
Sorry.
Yeah, postpartum depression. I mean, I'm going to have fantasies of shaking my baby for sure.
I mean, I'll never forget being way too young to really understand what postpartum was and seeing Brooke Shields be like, and yes, of course, I wanted to throw the baby across the room, out the window, and just not grasping it. And now, of course, knowing people that have had postpartum, I get it. But that's what would be my fear, not the padsicles. It's not, being
like
into
the lifetime of psychological trauma that you could cause after that.
Yeah.
I would say my fears are mostly related to my own body.
Postpartum is, I think because when you're pregnant, you have all those crazy hormones. And then because they drop so fast, it's actually like, hormonal.
Of course.
That makes me feel better.
I'm not scared of body stuff. Like, I know that I'll get through body stuff. No matter what, I know, like, with my mind and my heart, like, I can get through anything. I'm scared of heart and mind stuff. I'm scared of going crazy. I'm scared of getting depressed. I'm scared of, like, that stuff. I'm not scared of, like, if I have something bodily wrong with me, it's happening to me. I'll get through it. I know me. I'm like, we'll push through. We'll be okay. If I have to work with one arm, I'll work with one arm and I'll be like the fiercest one arm like guy you've ever seen.
That's really inspiring.
But
it is inspiring.
Yeah, but at the same time, I am scared of like, well, what if one day I go crazy or I get depressed? Because I don't think I've ever had
medication.
Yeah, for sure.
Real.
Okay, good. Well, that's good to know then. Then I'll just think of it as physical. Band-Aid.
Perfect.
The only thing Clay's afraid of is not getting a membership to Club 33.
That is a real fear.
Not getting all the Polly toys from Subway.
No, I have lots of, I'm just scared. I'm scared that one day the other shoe's going to fall and I'm going to wake up and they're going to be like, so you actually do have 32 years of like depression allotted time that you haven't gotten yet. So we're going to dump it on you now.
Don't worry. You call me first. I will hold your hand. I've been through the rock bottom. I'm telling you.
And you have, because anytime I have anything mildly emotionally discomforting in my life, I'm like, what the hell? Like, Esther, like, I woke up not feeling manically great today. Like, what's going, like, mania is my resting point. So if I'm even like tired, I'm like, what's wrong? What's Esther? Like, what's going on with me? I don't have butterflies all day. What's happening?
I'm like, this is good for you. We're having a low. We need these.
Yeah, that she always says, like, you need to have a little bit of a low.
The highs and the lows are hard, but we work with them.
Yeah, you've been a good friend. You've been a good friend with me on situations like that, Esther. Thanks.
Thank you.
Sweet.
For the compliment. The first one.
Can I see the lower hanging boob now, please?
Show us your little nasty. Esther's
All
boobs
right.
are like whatever happened to Baby Jane.
God, that movie's so good. I want to watch it tonight.
I think that's on I watched it on HBO Max.
I've written a letter to Daddy.
So funny.
Oh.
So good. Okay, you guys, I think we're running out of time.
What an old Hollywood-centric episode.
Yeah, it really was. Lucy, Baby Jane, Esther's boobs, just some of the classic stars of the stars of the silver screen.
Just old star. Your
Let's
boobs are of yesteryear.
Let's do a quick promo round. Everybody, check out Chad on TBS. I wrote for it. My episode is out. It's called K-pop, where Chad becomes obsessed with K-pop. Watch it on Amazon Prime. Yeah, it's hard to find, but I did Amazon Prime $10 for the season. And then check out Fishwife, my fish company, eatfishwife.com. I have a fish company. Caroline. It's delicious. The smoked trout will change your life. It's toothpick ready. It's been featured in the New York Times. Questlove posted about it today. This is the real deal, guys.
Caroline, that's really major. Congratulations. Are you serious?
Yeah. Open the can, squeeze some lemon,
done.
You're
good to
set
go
for life.
Wow.
Caroline, also, I'm so psyched. I saw you guys are in a physical location in Chicago.
Yes, we're at Pop-Up Grocer in Chicago, which is like I don't know quite how to characterize it, but it's like some kind of rolling, like it's a pop-up grocery store of some kind. And they're in Chicago. Yes, thank you, Esther, for reminding me. You can find us in Chicago at Pop-Up Grocer. I think we sold out in like one day there or something. So they just reordered a bunch. Yeah.
Oh my God, this business is successful.
Okay, so that's my promo. Esther, you go.
If you're in Los Angeles, Thursday night, come see me at Comedy Chateau. You can find a ticket link. I'm sure there's a swipe up in my Instagram bio at this current moment. And I have a clothing company, sleepover by Esther.com. We're launching our black sweatsuits like any minute now. And they're awesome. And I'm really excited. And I think that's it. I think that's it for me. My special's on Paramount Plus if you guys want to watch it.
Esther, who's doing glam for Thursday?
What's Thursday?
Your stand-up special at the Chateau?
The show. Oh, do
glam event?
Glam for stand-up? Let's off mic.
I think that we should elevate everything. 2021's a year of elevation. Follow me at Clayton Hawkins on Instagram. It's Clayton Hawkins on TikTok. I've been kind of not on TikTok a lot, but follow me on Instagram. And that's all I have to offer, guys.
Oh,
that's more than enough.
Keep an eye on Clay's space for his full face transplant. He'll be posting about the doctor.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm literally going to look like the bad guy in the mask when he puts the mask on at the end.
I can't wait. You guys, great episode. We love the Glomies. Subscribe, review, watch our YouTube, subscribe to that. You know what to do. We'll see you
Post
later.
about the show on Instagram. We will repost you, like and comment. Let us know you love us. We will see you guys next week.